has been numerous reports that within the next 40 years, white people in Britain potentially could become the minority. So I thought it was very, very interesting because this feeds in to the conversation that's been going on a lot on social media, and also following on from a lot of the conversations that were sparked last year in Southport. So they're saying that this potentially could be the case. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, Stephen. When I seen these reports today, I was not shocked in the slightest. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't surprised, because I believe that this will happen. I believe that this will happen because when you really think about it, yeah, even if we were to step outside where we're located right now, Stephen, yeah, and just sit in the car, you're not going to see no white people like that, And when I say white, I'm talking about white English. I'm not on about Polish or Kosovan or Bosnian, or I'm on about white English.
Born and bred.
Born and bred. Like, those guys are becoming, let's keep it real,
few and far between.
Them man are becoming slowly the minority if you think about it. And why is that? Why is that? There's a lot of conversations going on around immigration and things of that nature. But I believe, yeah, that's the direction it's going in. That is the direction it's going in. Is it a bad thing? Depends on who you're asking. But it's definitely the conversation that is being had right now. Now, what I will say is this, around this topic. A lot of people don't like to have this conversation, but the reality is Britain's been going this way for probably the past, I'd say 15 to 20 years. It's slowly been going this way in terms of, Britain. There's a lot of blurred lines. Now, I don't know why they've done that, or why we're having this conversation, or are they trying to wake up certain people, or I don't know what they're trying to do. But I definitely can see that these reports can most definitely become a real thing.
Wait them up how in terms of voting for reform. That's the
let me keep
that's
it straight.
That's the only bird call I can see them answering.
That, and also with a lot of the gatherings that you've seen, with like the prep talks, like, yo, this is our thing. Reminds me, it's like they're trying to rally the troops to say, yo, we're losing this thing.
We're protecting the statue.
Kind of vibe.
You said 40 years. I was going to say 40 minutes, big man.
Write that down.
Them King Henrys and them cucumber sandwich eating, man, it's the way of the past, bro. Because I was talking about this a few days ago. When you really think about the cultural impact of England, and maybe we're just saying this because we are quote unquote ethnics in the country, but where does your mind go first? It goes to ethnic stuff, doesn't it?
Facts.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people answer, I'm asking this for everyone at home as well. When you think England, so whether it doesn't matter what race you are, where you're from, when you first think England, just tell me what you think. Whether you think football, fish and chips, multiculturalism, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever you think. Because a lot of it, like, all right, what's beer? Beer is German for the most. Fish and chips, them say that's really a Cypriot thing. Obviously, a chicken boat is definitely not English. Neither is a jerk chicken, rice and peas, cabbage, and a tropical rhythms, sorrel and ginger if we wash it down. It's definitely not English. Number 7 with black bean sauce, not English. You know what I mean? It is a despite how people feel about it, it is a big melting pot. Because what's traditionally English? Probably what? A jellied eel. I don't want to eat it there.
I don't even know what that is. Is that a fish?
Yeah, it's an eel, the jelly, blood. So it's double slimy from the looks of it. You have what? You got a steak and kidney pie.
Pies as a whole.
Pie, you can get them pie. Steak, we can get them steak beer. Get them steak beer. Cornish pasty.
Facts, yeah.
But technically, you can't call that Cornish pasty outside Cornwall,
Oh, no?
No. Just call it a pasty.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
It has to be from Cornwall to get the Cornish blessing.
Mm-hmm. And then, where's man? Blackpool. Barry Island. Well,
seaside business.
Seaside business. Well, shit seaside business. Can't mind like white sandy beach and them thing there. And clear blue water. And a brown blood clot. Like when you pull out the plug out a certain man's bath, you get me? And a brown water like that, man.
Facts.
But then, yeah, man, so you know what I mean? The way of the world, it's been going that way, man. It's been going that way. It's going that way. And I know reform and people who support them, they're throwing the toys at the pram and all of this stuff, and they're trying to rally the troops, as you rightly said earlier. But do we really think it's not going to do nothing, lad? I know these men are coming with bare big talk. Man, I saw a thing the other day. I think it was the leaders or one of the leaders in the thing. She stood up, blood, on the green benches and said to Kia, when you gonna ban burkas?
I seen it. A reform MP that was. Yeah, I seen it.
That was crazy, bro. Because I'm saying, even if you genuinely detest like those people, that religion, the culture, whatever, lad, you got ballets which man are using to do madnesses. You're in London, all kind of zombie knife that would make fripping Rambo blush. Man are running around with, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the first thing you get. Like, I get it, it's political. You want to get the clicks, you want to get the eyes, you want to get the votes. But come on, man. You got to make sense out of nonsense, man. There's real life pandemics going on out here. There's real life things that need to be tackled. You're worrying about bloody burkas and stuff. Didn't France try brand it a few years ago as well?
Yeah, they tried something, yeah. They tried something.
You're obsessed, bro.
Yeah. They tried something.
Why are you so obsessed with me? Like your Mariah Carey, man.
Yeah,
why are you so obsessed, man? That make no sense. Like, I just don't like, even on a political stage, I just don't like when you hijack, because that's what it is. You hijack people's feelings.
Yeah.
For bullshit.
Yeah.
There's real issues, blood. I'm still harping on about it, blood. Me jump on 2 plane and come back, them still not collect the bins, Mark.
Yo, is that still going in?
Me jump on 2 bomber clock Boeing 747 and all.
You talking about before? Okay.
It's still fucking going on, mate.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Nah, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, you already know what it is with that.
Blood, I'm hearing man talking about all kind of Stewie Little, Splinter, Jiminy Cricket, hopping around the place, blood. Wow. Infestation business, you know. Like, people don't realize that it has a genuine knock-on effect. Luckily, England's been England, Mark, and this so-called June heat wave has been nothing but rain. Because imagine when if and when the sun starts beating with all this rubbish outside.
And it like smell up and rats and
everything, man.
Yeah.
Probably get some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles running around, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Joe thing out here, man. Talk to me nice, man.
All right, so these reports, yeah, let's keep it real. Why are these type of reports being reported now? Mm-hmm. Let's really just attack this thing head on.
Culture.
I feel like they're trying to drum up little fear amongst the indigenous, you know, to say, yo, we're losing our thing. Let's keep it real, Stephen. It's to say that because when you really think about it, certain things don't need to be said, you know. You see what I'm saying? Because we know what's going on out there, innit? We all live in England. We all see what's going on. So whether you're in school, college, uni, workplace, social life, we all see what's going on. It's becoming like a multicultural melting pot, innit? Like at one time, I gotta be careful how I say this now.
Gotcha.
When I was growing up, it was still a melting pot, you know, in Britain, but there was a lot more concentrated cultures. So let me put it like this. So take it back to school days, primary school. In the class, you might have a one black brother, myself, a mixed race brother, a one Indian. But that Indian brother now, when he went home, Stephen, it was like he's going back to India, you get me? Mm-hmm. When the mixed race African brother went home, it's like he's going back to Nigeria, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when I was going home, it's like I was going back to Jamaica. Right. This is why certain times you can't really debate people who never really grew a certain way, because when they're saying they've got no culture, they really mean it, they've got no culture.
Facts.
So when they're saying, nah, I'm this, I'm that, because they didn't grow no certain way. So now, if you fast forward in today's world, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to give an opinion. I believe that it would be like the Indian brother would be going home to a multicultural thing. The black brother's going home to a multicultural thing. And the mixed race brother's going home to a multicultural setting. That's what it is now. So there's the idea of cross-culturing, if that's even a word. Help me out there.
It is now.
Cross-culturing. The idea of that is more natural now compared to back in the day.
Yes.
Let's put it like that. So now, even if a brother says, yo, I'm a Green Street Fog, I'm a West Ham Menace, blood, your little sister probably checking Tyrone, blood.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So even though you're not on that, who's on the phone? That's a classic film, by the way. I want to say that on air.
Gang. I
had to buy it, you know, Another Hood, classic British comedy, urban British comedy, funny. Yeah, go on, Stephen. We still need that. What does he say?
Yeah.
What does he say that he's like, waste man?
Waste, man. No one likes you, blood. Even your hamster don't like you, blood.
Classic stuff, man. I ain't watched the second part yet.
Kitty cat, Twigs. Why you want bloody Plutella? It's a bad man sweet. You get me?
That film's funny still. But all right, let's get back. Let's get
shoot.
back. So it's a melting pot. That's a great film as an example. Look at that film. You got
Everyone's in it, yeah?
everyone's in it, but all different. Like Arab. I keep saying Arab. I keep saying Arab.
AR blood.
I'm listening to that man over there.
That's what I'm
I keep
saying.
saying it's Arab still. We say,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Arab, freaking black, Asian, Chinese. Well, Chinese fits under Asian, but you know what I mean. Everybody.
Yeah, you got Asian and Oriental, East Asian and
Yeah.
Oriental. Yeah.
So it's just that's. I think,
you got East Asian and South Asian.
and even when it's just changed. Just put it like that. It's changed.
Facts.
So I think that these reports are definitely true, but I don't think they're reporting it for that reason.
For the better or the worse.
They're trying to stoke up. We're losing our country. We're losing our country. They're trying to stoke
Even if
that
it was
up.
true, what
Get
you
me?
gonna do?
Nothing.
You're gonna pelt mans to death with turkey twizzlers. What the fuck you gonna do, blood?
Nothing.
You're gonna bounce chicken Kiev off a man's head. What you gonna do? You can't do nothing, blood.
I think they're trying to push certain changes. Let's put it like that. Changes. You see what I mean? They want certain changes to come in. That's what I think.
But that can only happen on a political level, blood. And even if certain people's precious reform does get in, they can't just make decisions by themselves.
It's about integration, man. Let's just say what it is. It's about integration. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. There are certain communities still, that don't integrate like that, We ain't going to give no examples. But we're moving towards 100% integration, everybody. So for conversation's sake, I ain't going to put no names on certain groups, but there's an African group that's came into Brum recently of the last couple of years.
I know.
Yeah. That group don't mix, fam. I'm going to keep it 1,000. That group don't mix. And I'm not saying they should, but they don't mix in terms of, like, you'll see one of them.
Culturally.
Yeah, culture. Like, them man are still trying to keep their thing going. Because I was saying to one of them, man, yeah, I was saying to him, I'm guessing this what it was like when our people them come. What it's like for you, man, now. I'm guessing this what it was
Sticking
like.
together.
Kind of thing. But I said to the brother, like,
But they've come at a much better time because on versus back then, you'll get some, but I doubt you come in here to a whole heap of abuse. You know what I mean?
yeah, Bible facts.
Because everyone's here now.
But once you start having children and that, yeah,
Yeah.
once your children open their eyes and they know that they're in the UK, certain values and principles from that home culture
Go out the window.
will go out the window. And I'm not saying everyone, because I always have to give examples. Back when I was younger, let's say an Indian brother, you might have the odd one who integrates, you get what I'm saying? But then he'd get disowned. You see what I mean? I don't know what religious group it was. I don't know if it was Sikh, Hindu. I don't know which one it was. But if man integrated, you were done. So man, you could be blessed. Like, we could be brethren all day. Man could play, come to your house, whatever. But if them man integrated, you were getting disowned. You were getting disowned. So what I think has happened now is we're just at that place now where the integration's much heavier than what it was.
Facts.
And now with white women, if we keep it real, a lot of them are more open. Not the hierarchy. I'm talking about common, everyday, and lower class.
Working class.
Working, mix, heavy. And there's nothing wrong. I'm not here attacking no one. I'm just saying that's why those numbers are looking like that now. Because it's a thing where...
And that's probably, and you're right, Mark, and that's probably some of what is stoking their fears.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when you think about it, and if you use that example again of a hierarchy, there's going to be more, like I'm talking numbers, there's going to be more towards the middle and the bottom than there is at the top.
There you go.
How do you draw a triangle or a pyramid?
From the top.
Smaller at the top, in it, and it gets bigger as it goes down.
There you go.
Exactly.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
So that's all it's about. That's all it's about. But what I really want to get into is, what does it even mean to be British in 2025? Because at one point, British, you could put a name on it, but now you can't.
It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming. I don't know what it means.
Euro 96.
Facts. I don't know. I think nowadays, because like we just spent however long talking about it, everything mixed up now. It's coming like you take all the fruits and put it in a blender and everything's just bloody purple. I think it depends on your individual experience, you know,
Break that down.
because if you come from a particular group, you might be more inclined to just be like, oh, yeah, let me mix with this culture. I don't even just mean like, I don't necessarily mean children and all that, but you're more receptive of other cultures.
Yeah.
Versus, no, I want to uphold my thing and that's not even a race thing, because you could have white people like that. You could have black people like that. You could have Asian, Indian, what, you know what I mean? You could have various different races who are like that. Like, I don't mind sharing my culture and learning about other cultures. I don't mind other cultures being around me, etc., etc. Or it could be like, no, this culture's mine. It's what my forefathers gave me. It's just for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
So I feel like it depends on an individual experience.
Real talk. Can I